all sign up for our health insurance. I took a closer look over the last week and realized that sky-high prices continue. I have a family of 4 and I'm paying over $25,000 a year solely on health insurance premiums, over $2,000 a month, and my deductible is still $7,500, which means my insurance doesn't really kick in until I spend $7,500 on medical costs that are actually in network. I'm at the point, honestly, where I'm thinking about foregoing health insurance entirely, which sounds like a pretty crazy and scary concept, but here we are. And how do we get here? Well, full disclosure, I used to work for a major Fortune 20 health insurance company for over half a decade. Know a thing or two about how we got here. I spent some time working on legislation, regulation, and legal issues, and I'll break it down for you. So, before the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, insurance companies were actually able to deny people insurance if they had complex medical conditions and or pre-existing conditions, commonly termed. And then after Obamacare passed, insurance companies could no longer deny anyone who wanted insurance. And they also were further restricted on what they were allowed to price the insurance based off. Think of risk factors. So now, on a go-forward basis, health insurers can only adjust your premium based on age, tobacco use, and location. So as a result, more people than ever now have health insurance, which is obviously a good thing, but the prices have skyrocketed as insurers are on the hook for ever-increasing medical procedures, hospital costs through the roof, drug prices are exorbitant and continue to increase, and the American population is generally morbidly sick and obese. So here we are. Honestly thinking long and hard about whether I just forego insurance entirely this year. Would love to have an extra $2,500 in my pocket a month to pay for food, eggs, which feel like they're $100 a carton now, and would love to hear what everyone else thinks. I'll share a story. I went to the ER last year actually because I passed out, fainted, couldn't walk, and my ER visit was actually more expensive because I had insurance than if I just paid cash, and then the ambulance ride was denied as, quote, not medically necessary by my health insurer. On top of this, I have 2 kids with pretty complex medical conditions. Most of the specialists they see are out of network, meaning they don't contract with insurance. And when I do submit a claim, my insurer denies it or pays pennies for the amounts owed. I'm not really sure where this goes from here, but I think it's fairly certain that health insurance prices will continue to increase. I'll make another video in November and let you know where I landed on if I ultimately opted in to this scheme or decided to risk it for another year. One tip when you go to shop for health insurance is that you get what you pay for. So if you think about a balloon, health insurance is really based on a premium, the amount you pay per month, and deductible, how much you need to pay before your health insurance kicks in. If you push on one side of the balloon, if you go for a lower premium, you're going to have a higher deductible. If you push for a higher premium, you're generally going to have a lower deductible. So those are some things to keep in mind. Let me know if you have any thoughts or recommendations if I should forego and risk it.